Have you ever wondered why your eyes look tired and swollen even on days when you sleep well and take care of your skin? That question frustrates a lot of people because puffy eyes feel unfair. You do the right things, yet the mirror tells a different story. The truth is, puffy eyes are rarely just a beauty issue, and treating them like one is why so many solutions fail. Let me ask you some simple questions. Have you noticed that no matter how many creams, patches, or cold tricks you try, the swelling keeps coming back? What if the real cause of your puffy eyes has nothing to do with your skin at all, and everything to do with what's happening inside your body? And most importantly, what if a few simple changes could reduce that puffiness in minutes and help prevent it from coming back? In this video, we explain why puffy eyes actually happen and how to fix them by targeting the real cause instead of just covering them up. So stick until the end to learn how to reduce the swelling properly and keep it from coming back. Before we get into it, can you do us a quick favor? Like this video and subscribe to join our healthy community. Also, let me know, how old are you and where are you watching from? Drop your country in the comments. I'll take the time to read every single one. All right, let's get started. Let's first understand why puffy eyes happen. Puffy eyes happen when fluid builds up in the soft, loose tissue around your eyes. That skin is thinner and less supported than anywhere else on the body, so even small changes in fluid balance show up there first. This is why you might wake up looking swollen even when the rest of your face looks normal. One of the most common causes is water retention from too much sodium and sugar. Salt makes your body hold on to water, and sugar increases insulin, which causes your kidneys to retain even more sodium. Over time, this excess fluid looks for a place to settle, and the under-eye area is an easy target. That's why puffy eyes are often worse after salty meals, processed food, alcohol, or sugary snacks. Poor lymphatic drainage also plays a big role, especially overnight. Your lymphatic system is responsible for moving excess fluid and waste out of tissues, but it doesn't have a pump like your heart. It relies on movement, breathing, and gravity. While you sleep, fluid naturally shifts toward your head, and if drainage is slow, it collects under your eyes by morning. Stress hormones make this worse. When your body is under constant stress, it releases cortisol. Cortisol signals your body to conserve energy and hold on to fluids. Even if you don't feel stressed mentally, ongoing tension, poor sleep, and overstimulation can keep cortisol levels high and lead to chronic puffiness. Skincare habits can add to the problem. Heavy creams and products not designed for the eye area can clog the tiny drainage channels under the eyes. When fluid can't move freely, it builds up. Aging also matters. As collagen breaks down over time, the skin loses firmness and support, making it easier for fluid and fat to shift forward and create bags. Allergies and sinus congestion inflame the tissue around the eyes, increasing fluid buildup and slowing drainage even more. Covering puffy eyes with makeup doesn't fix any of this. Real improvement comes from removing excess fluid, supporting natural drainage, and stopping the causes. The most effective ways to get rid of puffy eyes. First, warm or cool saltwater eye compress. This is one of the most effective remedies for puffy eyes, and at the same time one of the most ignored. That's probably because it sounds too simple to work. But this method is based on basic physiology and has been used in medical settings for decades, just adapted for the delicate under-eye area. Puffy eyes are usually caused by fluid trapped in the soft tissue around the eyes. That tissue is very thin and loose, which makes it the first place swelling shows up. Salt helps because it creates something called osmotic pressure. In simple terms, salt water naturally pulls excess fluid out of swollen tissue and into the solution. This is the same principle used in wound care and saline treatments in hospitals. You are not forcing the fluid out. You are allowing the body to release it gently. To do this at home, take 1 cup of water and warm it until it feels comfortable against your skin. It should never be hot. Add half a tablespoon of regular salt and stir until it fully dissolves. There should be no sharp salt grains left. Soak 2 cotton pads or a clean, soft cloth in the solution, then gently squeeze out the excess liquid so it doesn't drip. Lie down, close your eyes, and place the pads over them. Rest like this for 5 to 10 minutes. During the treatment, you may feel a mild tingling or warmth. That sensation is normal and usually means fluid is moving. If you feel burning or pain, remove the pads immediately. When you're done, gently pat the area dry and avoid rubbing the skin. Temperature matters. If your puffiness is related to allergies, sinus congestion, or crying, slightly cooler water often works better. If your puffiness is related to poor circulation, aging, or morning swelling, slightly warmer water tends to be more effective. Many people notice an improvement right away. The eyes look less swollen, lighter, and more awake. This method can be used daily if needed, as long as the skin stays comfortable and hydrated. Next, using cold and gravity to drain puffiness. Cold therapy works because it directly affects blood vessels. When the area under your eyes is exposed to cold, the blood vessels constrict. This reduces inflammation and slows the flow of fluid into the tissue. That alone can noticeably reduce puffiness within minutes, especially in the morning when swelling is at its worst. This remedy works well because most under-eye puffiness builds up overnight. While you sleep, fluid naturally shifts downward due to gravity. If you sleep flat or on your stomach, that fluid has nowhere to drain and often ends up under your eyes. Cold helps counteract this by tightening the tissue and improving tone. You can use cold spoons from the freezer, chilled tea bags, or a reusable cold eye mask. Whatever you choose, the key is gentle pressure. Pressing lightly is enough. Rubbing or dragging the skin can cause irritation and stretch the collagen fibers, which makes puffiness worse over time. Apply the cold compress for 5 to 10 minutes. Breathe normally and keep your eyes closed. If the area becomes numb or uncomfortable, remove the cold source and let the skin warm up naturally before continuing. Gravity plays an equally important role. Sleeping with your head slightly elevated helps fluid move away from your face instead of collecting under your eyes. Even one extra pillow can make a noticeable difference. The goal isn't to sit upright, but to raise the head just enough so natural drainage can occur overnight. This routine works best when done consistently. One morning treatment can reduce puffiness for the day, but repeating it daily trains your circulation and lymphatic system to drain more efficiently over time. Next, fixing water and salt balance. One of the biggest misunderstandings about puffy eyes is hydration. Most people assume swelling means they drank too much water. In reality, puffiness is usually caused by the wrong balance of minerals in the body, especially sodium and potassium. Sodium makes the body retain water. Potassium helps the body release it. When sodium intake is high and potassium intake is low, fluid gets trapped in soft tissues. The skin under the eyes is especially vulnerable because it's thin and has fewer structural supports. Hidden sodium is the main problem. Processed foods, breads, canned soups, sauces, and packaged snacks often contain far more salt than the body needs. Even foods that don't taste salty can contribute significantly. Over time, this pushes the body into constant water retention. Increasing potassium helps restore balance. Potassium encourages the kidneys to release excess sodium and water instead of storing it. Foods like bananas, leafy greens, salmon, and coconut water are excellent natural sources. These foods don't just help your eyes. They support muscle function, circulation, and overall hydration. Timing also matters. Drinking most of your water earlier in the day allows your body to process it properly. Drinking large amounts right before bed increases the chance that excess fluid will be stored overnight, often under the eyes. People with kidney disease or certain medical conditions should talk to a doctor before increasing potassium or using supplements. For most healthy people, getting potassium from food is both safe and effective. Next, stop using products that cause puffiness. For many people, puffy eyes don't improve until they stop doing something rather than adding yet another product. The skin under your eyes is the thinnest on your entire body. It has fewer oil glands, weaker structural support, and a very delicate drainage system. Because of this, products that work fine on the rest of your face can quietly cause swelling when applied under the eyes. Heavy face moisturizers are one of the biggest problems. These products are designed to seal in moisture on thicker facial skin. When used under the eyes, they often sit on the surface instead of absorbing properly. This blocks the tiny pathways that fluid uses to drain away from the eye area. When fluid has nowhere to go, it collects and shows up as puffiness, especially in the morning. The same issue occurs with thick or greasy eye creams. Many people assume that a richer cream will fix dryness, wrinkles, or bags faster. In reality, the heavier the formula, the more likely it is to trap fluid. Over time, this makes eye bags worse, not better. Applying too much product also increases the problem. More cream does not mean more benefit in this area. Strong active ingredients can also contribute to puffiness when used incorrectly. Retinoids and similar actives can be helpful for skin aging, but applying them too close to the eyes often leads to irritation, dryness, and inflammation. Irritated skin tends to swell. Even if the irritation is mild and not obvious, it can still disrupt normal fluid movement and make the under eye area look tired and puffy. What works better is using fewer, lighter products. An eye-safe sunscreen with SPF 30 to 50 is important during the day because UV exposure breaks down collagen over time. When collagen weakens, the skin becomes looser and more likely to hold fluid, which makes eye bags look worse. At the same time, the sunscreen formula needs to be lightweight and specifically designed for the eye area. A light peptide-based eye cream is often enough. Peptides send signals to the skin that support collagen production, but they work gradually. They do not give instant results, and that's a good thing. Slow improvement without irritation leads to better long-term outcomes. Using less product allows the skin to drain naturally instead of holding onto fluid. Next, reduce stress. Stress affects your appearance in ways that are easy to overlook, and puffy eyes are one of the most common signs. Even if you feel like you're coping well, long-term stress keeps cortisol levels elevated in the body. Cortisol is a stress hormone designed to help you survive emergencies. One of the ways it does that is by telling the body to hold on to water and sodium. When cortisol remains high for weeks or months, water retention becomes a constant state. The body stores this excess fluid where the tissue is soft and flexible, and the area under your eyes fits that description perfectly. This is why people often wake up with puffy eyes during stressful periods, even when their diet and sleep haven't changed much. Modern stress doesn't always feel dramatic. The body doesn't distinguish between emotional stress and physical danger. It responds the same way, by producing cortisol and conserving resources, including water. Reducing stress doesn't require huge lifestyle changes to make a visual difference. Simple daily habits can lower cortisol enough to reduce fluid retention. Slow nose breathing for a few minutes helps shift the nervous system out of stress mode. Walking without your phone allows your brain to reset instead of being overstimulated. Sleep is especially important. Poor or inconsistent sleep raises cortisol and disrupts fluid balance. This creates a cycle where stress causes puffiness. Breaking that cycle often leads to noticeable improvement under the eyes within weeks. Lower cortisol levels do not just affect swelling. They improve circulation, hormone balance, and skin repair, all of which contribute to a healthier appearance around the eyes. Finally, drain the lymph. The lymphatic system plays a major role in under-eye puffiness, yet it's often misunderstood. Unlike blood circulation, the lymphatic system does not have a pump. It relies on gentle movement, breathing, and muscle activity to move fluid out of tissues. When this system slows down, fluid accumulates, especially in areas with delicate skin like under the eyes. Many people turn to facial exercises to address this, but aggressive movements can do more harm than good. The skin under the eyes is very thin and easily overstretched. Repeated pulling, rubbing, or exaggerated movements can damage collagen fibers and make the skin looser over time. Looser skin holds fluid more easily, which leads to worsened eye bags. What works better is extremely gentle stimulation, focused on guiding fluid, not forcing it. Light tapping using your ring finger is ideal because that finger naturally applies less pressure. Beginning near the inner corner of the eye and moving outward toward the temples follows the natural drainage direction of lymph flow. This encourages fluid to move away from the eye area instead of pooling there. The movement should be slow, rhythmic, and almost effortless. Doing this for 30 to 60 seconds is usually enough. Longer or harder sessions do not improve the result and may irritate the skin. Breathing also matters. Slow, calm breathing during this process helps activate drainage mechanisms in the body. This is why puffiness sometimes improves after rest or relaxation without any skincare changes at all. This type of gentle drainage works best when done consistently rather than aggressively. Over time, regular stimulation improves how efficiently fluid moves away from the under eye area, reducing the frequency and severity of puffiness. For hollow or aging under eye bags. When under eye bags start to look hollow, shadowed, or permanently tired, the problem usually goes deeper than fluid retention. At this stage, swelling may come and go, but the overall shape of the under eye area has changed. This happens mainly because of collagen loss. As we age, collagen production slows down, the skin becomes thinner, and the structures that once supported the under eye area weaken. Fat pads can shift forward or sink downward, creating a mix of puffiness and hollowness that makes the eyes look older and more fatigued. This type of under eye bag does not respond well to quick fixes like cold compresses alone. Those can still help temporarily, but long-term improvement requires supporting the skin from the inside and stimulating repair at a structural level. One supportive option is collagen peptides, especially when combined with vitamin C and zinc. Collagen peptides break down into amino acids that the body uses to rebuild collagen. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis, and zinc supports tissue repair. These supplements do not work instantly. Most people notice gradual changes over several weeks to months. The skin under the eyes may appear slightly firmer, smoother, and less hollow as collagen production improves. Consistency matters far more than dosage here. Red light therapy is another option that can support aging under eye skin. Low-wavelength red light penetrates the skin and stimulates cellular activity linked to collagen and elastin production. Used 2 to 3 times a week, it can help improve skin quality over time. The changes are subtle and slow, but when combined with good skincare and nutrition, red light therapy can support healthier, thicker skin that holds structure better. Microneedling can also be helpful in specific cases, but it must be approached with caution. The under eye area requires very shallow needle depth and careful technique. The goal is not to injure the skin, but to trigger a controlled healing response that encourages collagen production. When done incorrectly or too deeply, it can cause inflammation and worsen the appearance of under eye bags. For many people, professional guidance is the safest option. None of these methods provide overnight results. They work gradually because they are working with the body's natural repair systems rather than against them. When to talk to a doctor and what they can do. Most under eye puffiness is harmless and related to lifestyle, allergies, or aging. However, there are situations where swollen eyes should not be ignored. Knowing when to seek professional help can protect both your appearance and your health. You should talk to a doctor if swelling appears suddenly and only on one side, especially if it's accompanied by pain, redness, fever, or vision changes. Swelling that continues to worsen over time instead of improving can also be a warning sign. These symptoms may point to infection, inflammation, or other medical issues that need proper treatment rather than home remedies. Doctors often start by looking for underlying causes. Allergies are a common trigger, and treating them properly can reduce chronic puffiness. In some cases, blood tests or imaging may be done to rule out thyroid problems, kidney disease, or other conditions that cause fluid retention. These checks are important because eye swelling can sometimes be an early sign of issues happening elsewhere in the body. When puffiness is not caused by fluid alone, but by fat pads, excess skin, or significant collagen loss, medical procedures may be discussed. Treatments like laser therapy focus on tightening the skin and improving texture. Injectable fillers may be suggested for hollow areas, but they do not remove fluid and can sometimes worsen swelling over time if not used carefully. Eyelid surgery, also known as blepharoplasty, removes excess skin or fat and is usually reserved for true structural eye bags, not simple puffiness. It's important to understand that these procedures are not routine beauty fixes. They address specific anatomical problems and come with real risks, including prolonged swelling, asymmetry, or long-term complications. They should never be chosen on impulse or during emotional distress about appearance. A thoughtful consultation with a qualified professional helps clarify whether medical treatment is actually needed or if lifestyle changes would be enough. Let's wrap this up. Puffy eyes are one of those problems that feel stubborn and frustrating, but only because most people are treating the surface instead of the real cause. Once you understand that puffiness is usually about fluid balance, drainage, stress, skincare habits, and aging changes, everything starts to make sense. Small adjustments, like using the right compress, fixing sodium and potassium balance, choosing lighter products, and supporting collagen, can make a visible difference over time. You don't need expensive creams, extreme procedures, or quick fixes that only work for a few hours. When you stop making the common mistakes and focus on what actually helps your body drain fluid and repair skin, puffy eyes become manageable. And for many people, they stop being a daily issue altogether. The key is consistency and patience. These methods work with your body, not against it. If this guide helped you understand your under-eye puffiness better, take a second to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss future tips on real, practical health and skincare solutions. Do you struggle more with morning puffiness, allergies, or aging under eye bags? Or have you found a method that works well for you? Share your experience in the comments. We read them, and they help others too. Thanks for being here and taking the time to learn how to take better care of yourself. And if you want to keep going, we've got more content lined up to help you look and feel your best. Click on one of the videos on screen, and we'll see you there.